Yes, I know. Oh, don't put that in. Don't, my command will be so mad at me because I ask people those questions. I love everything about them. I like the story. I love everything. I just wish I knew German. All over me. Oh my God.
Introduce you to us.
Okay. Okay. Hi, I'm Birdie Pearse. I'm 20 years old and I'm a corporal in the United States Marine Corps. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, and I work as a 7051 crash fire rescue. I'm an aircraft firefighter, so the main personnel that I deal with would be pilots and then their crews. And every emergency I've been in has not included personal injury. It's included the aircraft. So at this point, I've been in actual emergencies before coming to Iwakuni, but it was never including a person. But we do train for the people. We always train for the people, but you can never truly be prepared for what it's actually gonna be like when you're dealing with an actual human being as opposed to a dummy who weighs the same amount. My whole family is pretty much Air Force. My grandma was a nurse in the Air Force. My grandfather flew jets. My uncle, he was in the Air Force and now he works for NASA. And my mom was also in the Navy. So I've had military in my life for a long time, but no one has ever been a Marine. I actually ran my own business before I joined in my junior year of high school until I graduated and decided to join. It's a pretty successful business, but I wanted something to fall back on, so I learned about the GI Bill, and it is also kind of cool to be badass. So being the first Marine in the family was definitely a driver. I was 16 when I started it. I didn't have a big clientele base until I was about 17 and started actually taking it seriously. I lived in a very wealthy part of Nashville, and I kind of preyed on the fact that wealthy people don't like doing normal people things. For example, going to take their car to get oil changes, cleaning their house, folding their laundry. Some people just wanted me to help them make dinner for their family. People started recommending me to their friends. So I did that for a while. I called myself the girl in overalls. So it got to the point where it was a lot bigger. Then by the time I was 18 and trying to figure out, I wanted to franchise it, but I also didn't have a good enough foundation or base. I wanted to franchise it like Molly Maid did, because by the time I was 18, I had employees and I was the main CEO and CFO, but I felt like I should probably have something to fall back on, so that's why I ended up selling it and joining the Marine Corps. I'm in business school right now while I'm active duty, so I'm utilizing that to kind of create my foundation for when I get out, because I'm definitely going to build a business when I get out. What that'll be, it'll probably be a lot bigger than some random house cleaning service, but at least I'll have some foundation and some experience in leadership to build from. My Nissan 180 SX. It is my dream car. I just bought it 3 days ago. Thank you. I've been saving up for over a year for it, paid it full cash. So not one of those military boots. Just saying, I just had to add that in there that I paid in full cash, and that's a really big accomplishment for me. So I had the correct amount of money, but I didn't want to buy anything without a buffer, because what if there's extra costs that come? There's always insurance, there's always maybe some random thing that might go wrong. So I didn't want to just give him money and then be completely broke at this point. So I go there, I drive it for literally 20 minutes, and I get back. He's like, so what do you think? And I'm like, I will give you $15,000 right now, cash. And he was like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to know anything else, because the guy before me, like the original owner, had told me everything that was wrong with it. If I bring 15 to the table, they're gonna take it. That's what my mom taught me. They're always gonna take the cash. So I said 15 right now. And he was like, really? So I transferred him 3 payments of 5,000 because Navy Fed only lets me do 5,000 at a time. And he's like, okay. So I do contribute 10% a month. That's not my main form of savings for retirement or anything. It's really not, because I do recommend everyone does their research. I have savings in a lot of different accounts. So I don't know enough about TSP, and I've never been interested enough to learn about it. So I just know that, okay, 10%'s there and I'll get it eventually. And either way, when all of my savings plans come together and I can take them out eventually, it'll just be a sum. It'll be a large sum. So I do recommend people actually put a certain amount in. It's obviously more beneficial if you do plan on making a career out of the military. That's why I don't focus too much on it right now, because I'm not planning on making a career out of the military. So I recommend, but I would look at other options as well. Before I joined the Marine Corps, I sold my business. I had like $2 grand that I had nothing to do with. And I was like, I need to put this somewhere. Don't know where to put this. So I was like, a brokerage. And my dad was like, you know, they take a percentage. And I was like, I don't even care, because I'm not gonna touch this money. And they don't make money unless I make money. So their percentage is like 1% of my dollar. So it's like, okay. So I put it into Edward Jones. I gave him a $2 grand check. I was like, hey, put this in like Disney and some sort of like credit card company that is up and coming. Like, I'll give you a high risk and a low risk, because Disney it's not a monopoly, but it's kind of like Apple. It's not technically a monopoly, but it kind of owns everything. So I have two like companies I'm invested in with my $2 grand, and over the past 3 years, it's definitely gone up. Haven't touched it. I've talked to my broker a couple times, but when it comes to investing money, it's not like I know everything, because I'm 20 years old. I can't know everything. But I do know that 20 is the time to be investing. All I've heard from everyone older than me is like, oh, if I would have started at your age. And it's like, all right, okay, you're right. And once I started hearing, oh, if I had started at your age, like over and over and over again, I was like, okay, maybe that $20 in this account would actually make a difference when I'm 60. So that's when I started doing that. I still don't know everything. I'm not gonna know everything. I very much look up to my superiors because they want to talk to us about this stuff. We're in the generation of people like you wanting to teach your Marines. So we are learning and kind of being forced to learn through classes and through our staff NCOs coming in and saying, hey, let's talk about TSP, or let's talk about the amount of money I have. And of course, when you put dollar signs behind something, a junior Marine is going to look. There's this one guy, he runs a YouTube channel, and he specializes in the whole, like, reviewing people's what I spend in a week. I love money, so I always watch money stuff, because any way I can get money or learn how to get more money in the future, I watch it.
Is that Graham Stephan?
Yep. Love Graham Stephan. He's my bread and butter. I watch him all the time. He's a great point of reference for what's unnecessary spending and how to budget through his videos. He pauses at the perfect times, and I've learned a lot about savings and stocks and everything from him, and investments, and keeping an open mind when it comes to money and where to put your money. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. changing colors. I haven't had lemonade in a long time. It's very good. It's really good. Vertical takeoff and landing.
That's what you said.
That's definitely what I said. Oh my god. I know damn well my junior Marines are gonna watch this. And I'm gonna have to buy the whole section pizza too.
And you can introduce yourself however you like. You know.
Okay.
We can take multiple times. It's okay.
I don't know why I'm nervous. Like I do this all the time, but.
Unique New York. You know when it's like
unique New York. Ma.
Biting your nails.
I know. Okay, Dad. Well, I sucked my thumb till I was 10, and then I took up nail biting. Yeah, and my mom tried.
I should have edited that out.
Okay. We recording? Oh, nice.